Here we go. Starting what should be a nice short video, hoping for 3 minutes or less. Let's go. So, assuming you're in ttsd.instructure.com or have accessed your Canvas dashboard in some other way using some other pathway, here's what we're going to do. This is only to create or choose from a variety of grading schemes, which they're called in Canvas. Find your course. It might be in the unpublished section, but find your sample course. Click on it. There it is. Okay. Not much there yet. I've just been goofing around with it, making sure I can put things where I want them. But you're going to have to scroll down. If I say gonna one more time, please tell me about it. You need to go to the bottom left, find settings, click on that. Then scrolling. Ooh, look, it says grading scheme. We really had to look for that, didn't we? So, first of all, you need to make sure this grading scheme box is checked to enable it, which then you see this magic little link here. This is awesome. View grading scheme. I can tell you it defaults to the old-fashioned 90, 80, 70, 60, blah, blah, blah. But just for fun, let's play around with that, customize it. Once you see how easy it is, you might want to do something different. So here's mine, for example. I've got this is based on a 4-point scale and the grade point average. This is what 3.5 out of 4 is. That's honor roll, right? A, and so forth. We can talk more about mine some other time if you want to. Manage grading schemes. This is where you'll see all the ones you have, and if you don't like the one that it defaults to that you have, you can add one. So you're going to go upper right, add grading scheme. I have bad news for you. We're not going to make it in 3 minutes, so we'll shoot for 5. Let's call this one, it's fun to give them a name. You might just want to give it your teacher name in the school year. We're just going to illustrate these by being ridiculous, right? Thou shalt not pass. This class is super tough. If you don't like minuses and pluses, I sure don't, so let's get rid of them. You can leave them if you want to, but then you have to add more things later. So, getting rid of the minuses, let me move my thing up here. Just hit the X if you want to get rid of C pluses, for example, C minus, D plus, D minus. I personally don't use Fs, but once again, this is just an example. You have so much freedom and flexibility here. So on a 4-point scale, usually roughly correlates to 1, 2, 3, 4, regardless of your beliefs or how you apply your 4-point scale. I know we're being strongly encouraged to use a 4-point scale. So here we go. Thou shalt not pass. You have to get 99 or more to get an A. Notice how once I click to the next box down here, it takes the low point of my previous high score, makes it the high point of the next lower score. Fun, that's a tongue twister. Let's make that 98. Watch what'll happen over here. This will change to a 98 as soon as I tab out of that box. 97. Ooh, this is a tough class. Don't sign up for this class. Woo! Talk about punitive. My old high school, you had to get a 94 to get an A. That was interesting. That was back in the 80s in a small town. And 96. Oh, 97 all the way down to 0, you get a D. So even though I'm not giving an F, you're probably not going to pass this class. Let's save that. Let's say later you're actually in here in serious business and you see this silly example you're creating, maybe if you're following along. Here's how easy it is to delete. Hit the trash can and make sure you want to delete it. And we hit OK and it's gone. Just like that, it's gone. Let's add one more. I'm going to call this one, give it a little title, Let's Skate. This is kind of the other end of the spectrum. This is a class everybody wants to take. Let's make an A+, an A, A-, and we'll keep B+. It's kind of fun. Once you get in here and start goofing around and see how easy it is, you might want to experiment with a custom grade scale. Maybe you and your team can play around, have a little bit of fun, but then get down to nuts and bolts and actually make something out of it. Might change your view on some things. We don't have to do any particular grade scale, but if we can get consensus as a team and communicate that to parents and students and everything, that works great. I've been doing that for years. Anyway, here we go. For an A+, B to 90. For an A, remember this grading scale is called Let's Skate. Maybe it's a skateboarding class. You show up, you bring your skateboard to class in the days when you could come to school. And 40, you get the idea, right? I think this video is done. Most of you have probably checked out by now, hopefully. Remember to put a bottom to your range. Bottom is 0 because it has to add up to 100%. You save your graded scheme. Now, look at that. So, just to prove that it works, let's go back to our dashboard very quickly. Go to your course. Scroll down, settings. Scroll, make sure you're at the course details tab up here, upper left. Go down here, make sure you've enabled course grading. View grading scheme, manage them. And look at all the ones I have to choose from now. We've got the Witcher scale, we've got the standard scale, which will default to if you don't do anything. So don't worry, you don't have to make your own scale, but you may if you want to. We're gonna delete Let's Skate. There we go, I'm done. I always look for that save button down at the bottom. As you all know, in Canvas, always be looking for the save button or else it won't. And that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. First 5 minutes were good. The last 3.5 have been kind of filler material. I apologize. Goodbye.